Okay, just kind of getting this done. Um, there's a lot of cobwebs and spider webs, so if I look distracted, it's because I see another cobweb that I thought I got already, but I didn't. I wanted to talk about Upon Waking with Jackie Hill Perry. It's a 60-day devotional that Loved and Blessed, if you look over the community side, um, introduced me to. Um, mm, um, it's a hard book. Um, it's something that is helpful, um, but because I don't practice consistently, maybe I'm not the right audience. I don't know. But it is a good book. I spend a lot of time answering questions that I had, and at the same time, and part of the reason maybe I'm not the right audience is that my mortality is showing, and I think I understand the next couple steps. Um, there's a lot to be said for humanities and free will and so forth, but when you can see down the pipeline, you know what's at the end of the line or something like that, and you knew what was what was in store for you a long time ago. It's just my mortality is creeping up, and I think being sick all this year has really reminded me of it. I've also been keen to note that just for whatever reason, there's a lot of death and destruction going on. But it's not bad to know that one day you're going to pass away, I guess. It's good to treasure the moments and the times and the efforts and the what you've learned and what you've seen and what you've experienced. Um, I just think I'm a little bit tired of being sick all the time. And this year has been really, really hard. As I look at the next 20 weeks, no, 18 weeks, um, it's difficult to, you know, say, oh, I really want to do this, knowing full well, I could trip over my foot tomorrow and be, broken. Um, Honestly, what happened was a car nearly hit me again. I had the right of way. I was in the right of way. The car ran the red light, and it was a red light. It was a solid red light. I had the walk signal again, and the car nearly hit me again. And I'm tired of my life being threatened by bad driving. I'm tired of my life being threatened by poor water management. I'm tired, I guess, of the threat to my life. And that includes Project 2025. Um, if you really take time to read that document and you look at the one liners in Agenda 47, your life is in danger. And the threat to your life is pretty significant and it's pretty blunt. If you don't agree with them, they're not going to let you be. And that is very, very scary. So when I talk to a bus driver that really supports this perverse thinking of Project 2025, I always want to point out to him that one, he's an immigrant. Two, he's in the service of driving a bus. He is a civil servant as driving a bus. VTA bus drivers would be part of a civil service if there is an emergency issue, action. Uh, so it's pretty unfortunate to see a person who, by the way, was looking to retire and can't retire, partly because his union needs him for recruitment or something. I don't know. He's trying to work part time. He can't work less than so many hours or something, and maintain his full benefits or something. And it's interesting because um, his point of view of the recent interview with Elon Musk, who is a billionaire, who has lots of money at his disposal, possibly to make Project 2025 happen without an election. Could he buy governments? Probably. It's always like those people that want to build the town in Solano County or wherever it is, California Forever people. They bought up all this farmland and they want to make this, town and so forth. And I'm like, there's other cities in California that you could buy for less than what you spent. And you could have left farmland alone. You could make your utopia in about, I'm pretty sure there's at least 15 towns that are for sale all across California. And they could have their, utopia there. They could make their infrastructure there. But they want to create a new town just over there and take up farmland, and it boggles my mind because if you even looked outside California, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Idaho, I think there's a town in Oregon that they could buy for half what they spent here just to build a town. And that, of course, brings me to the Twisters movie I saw. It's interesting, the big problem with the Twisters movies that they never say the word climate change. But equally, they never talk about how the insurance company let that land developer buy those homes at a discount but still make a claim for the damage of the tornado. Or how each year um, the insurance was paying on a claim that that landowner made because of the tornado. Um, or how the insurance company allowed the sale to happen, but then still insured the property not as a commercial property, but as a residential property, and how the landowner probably misused his taxes claiming the loss of the property because of the tornado, and that's how he was able to buy the property. I know it's not really addressed in the film, but if you think about it, the insurance companies that are now vacating California, they were right there in Oklahoma with a land developer stealing property from homeowners. I know it's technically fictional, but I'm pretty sure there's some actual fact based in that. Um, so maybe that's all wrapped up in that mortality thing of how insurance is so expensive now because people played the system and the system played along with them. Whether it's legislative, whether it's, you know, another book that you can look up is Nancy Pelosi's. It's always interesting the perverse point of view of people that think they're doing good. I I understand that. I understand the need to I'm not that bad kind of point of view. But you can really be bad. On my Instagram, I took a picture of a plastic knife and wrapped in plastic that I gotten from Starbucks, and I called it a weapon of mass destruction because one, it's plastic. Two, it's cellophane plastic. Three, it's not going to decompose tomorrow. It can hurt somebody. Um, it can be used as a weapon of, you know, destruction. Just depending on the mass portion of it, I guess. Um, oh, update on the content creator, videographer thing. When a deal's too good to be true? This was too good to be true. So I sent them a couple reels of stuff. Just, I think, about a total of 15 minutes, and I figured it would be broken up in 5-minute segments, at least for the shorts portion of it all. So I get a 3-minute segment out of 15 minutes, and the incoherence of it and the value of it wasn't worthwhile. I was disappointed that I spent money on it. And so do be careful. Maybe join a local group or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I live in Oz, and I'm pretty sure there's always a cinematographer, editor around one corner or another. But it was interesting. I learned a lesson. And maybe that's what going back to this is what it is. It's a lesson in mortality, or why we're mortal. See you next week.